going to hang in because I am further down the driveway. So forgive me. But I wanted to make an apology about the GEPRC Darkstar22 because a couple of you guys have been in my inbox angry with me. So I'm just going to wait until I can see that we've actually got people in, because at this moment in time, I don't know if I'm talking to myself, which, to be fair, is something I do on a regular basis anyway, so it wouldn't make a massive difference. But let's see how it goes, because, yeah, I'm not convinced where I am on the driveway I will actually be able to get a signal. Tim says, I'm not here. Tim, can you do me a massive favour, mate? Can you take the affiliate link? So go to the Darkstar review, click on that affiliate link, and then just copy it into the chat and then pin it, please. Because I can't do that here. Yes, I'm here to apologise about the GEPRC Darkstar22. And it's a sincere apology, because thanks, Tim. I really appreciate the work you do, mate. So, yeah, basically, I'm here to apologise. And I'm going to keep apologising throughout this stream, because I and every other reviewer on the planet was told to release our videos at 2 o'clock. And I don't blame GEPRC in any way, shape or form. GEPRC I've just actually had a chat with GEPRC, and they've apologised to me. And it's not their fault at all. However, I told 54,000 people to be ready at 2 o'clock today. So when we finished at about 2:05, I got a few inboxes off a couple of people saying, why did you release your video early? You told us all to turn up at 2 o'clock. So we all turned up at 2 o'clock. And by the time we did, the video had finished. So the reason I'm apologising is because you guys have missed out on a premiere. The numbers of the premiere, the sort of viewing numbers were not particularly brilliant. But I don't do this for the numbers. I don't do this for the views. Thanks, Tim. Can you pin it, please? Oh, in fact, I can pin it. It's okay. I can pin it. Have I pinned it? I think I've pinned it. I think I pinned it. Hi, welcome. Glad that you're joining us today, Alex. I hope you're well. So yeah, Only Drones. I'm apologising. I'm apologising for the fact that a lot of you guys seem to have turned up at 2 o'clock for the premiere that I really hyped up all week, only to find it finished. And obviously you've missed out on that now. Jimmy of Boston sent me a DM and said, booked my lunch for 2 o'clock. What are you playing at? And I'm like, oh no. So I've got a few angry people with me. So I'm apologising, because at the end of the day, you know, I'll take it on the chin. It isn't my fault. Yo, Tony, welcome. Guideline, welcome. If you want one of these, there is a link pinned, and it is an affiliate link. And I would really appreciate it if you use it, but only if you want to buy one. Don't let me sway you to buy one. If you're going to buy it, then I'd appreciate that you use the link. If you don't, that's cool. So yeah, it isn't GEPRC's fault. GEPRC have been very, very apologetic, and I don't blame them in any way, shape or form. It's a person that broke the embargo. I've seen a message that person put up, and they basically said, oh, well, GEPRC have announced it, so I'm going to release my video now, even though we was all told 2 o'clock. So, you know, it happens, and it has happened on quite a few releases. I think what's frustrating about this one is we put so much effort into it. We added a GPS. Obviously, we did all the setup. We did all the videos. But obviously, I didn't, because, you know, I hyped it up for everybody to come and join us at 2 o'clock and have a real and enjoy time. But Tony says, just pick one up. Thanks for the coupon. Yeah, if you use coupons at the checkout, you'll get. Was it 5% or 10% off, Tony? I think it's 5%. But again, anybody that uses the links, I really appreciate it. It just shows that the manufacturers, it's worth getting us in on the new releases. And that's why it's a little bit frustrating, because the thing is, being completely honest with every single one of you now, the channel doesn't make a profit. We actually spend money every single month on producing this content. So to be able to get a drone on release day from the manufacturer. Sometimes we don't pay for it, but sometimes we do. Is a massive bonus. But the problem is, if somebody breaks that embargo, that'll kill all our affiliate sales. And the affiliate sales are pennies. They are literally pennies. But it then kills our reputation with the manufacturers. So all I'm going to say is, if you are considering buying anything from GEPRC to Beta FPV to iFlex, anybody, please do use our affiliate links. But at the same time, I'm not a channel that pushes stuff to say this is definitely the best drone ever, definitely buy this, but just make sure you use this affiliate link, because it's not, that's not what we're about. But this has hurt a little bit. This has hurt a little bit because, like I say, it's damaged our affiliate sales, which has ultimately damaged our reputation with GEPRC. Now, luckily, GEPRC are fully aware of what's happened and they're cool about it. So, but you know, I've taken it personally, and I apologise to each and every one of you that missed out on actually being able to watch it live with us. But it happens. Guideline UK says hit that like button. Thanks, Guideline. I appreciate you, man. The more people that hit the like button, the more this video will get pushed out to people. The more people it gets pushed out to, the more people we can apologise to. The more people we can apologise to, the more fun we can have. Gusto, welcome. How is it over there in Florida today? I'm sure it's probably going to be a lot warmer and more pleasant than it is over here in the UK. But yeah, just to clarify, one, I don't blame GEPRC in any way, shape or form. They are completely blameless in this. It's a person broke the embargo. Did my PMs hit home? I don't know what PM, unless I've already read it. Oh yeah, oh yes, yeah. Like I say, you know, I'm not looking to start a sort of like, it's just do it, man. It's still very nice. Very nice. 54,000 now, only drones. 54,000 now. Telling 54,000 people that it was 2 p.m. on what is, and I did try and hype this up as much as I could without giving too much away. There's it. And what I will say, there's a GPS that it's got its own little holder on there. It's brilliant. It's absolutely brilliant. But what I can tell you guys is that whilst this is the first, it's not the last. So that's all I can say. And these ND filters are brilliant as always from GEPRC. These are the best ND filters for the 04. This model's lovely. 1104s. Really nice. Obviously, you've got screws in props, only drones. And this canopy is genius as well, because it's just sat on those rubber grommets and you just pull it off and away you go. And it's very good looking as well, says Gusto, which I agree with completely. Signal, video and voice are terrible. I'm further down the driveway, so I'm hoping it's going to improve, but it might not, is the only concern. But I am hoping it will improve. We've got a Costa. It's no longer Christmas, by the way, in case anybody wonders. It is no longer Christmas. Costa have stopped doing the Christmas cups, so Christmas is now officially over. I hope you added the screws in the video. I didn't own the drones, and the reason I didn't is because they come pre-installed. With something like this, the props and everything comes pre-installed. Tony says, what GPS you recommend? M10. Yeah, so this GEPRC is always one of my favourite brands. I've got a lot of them. Yeah, GEPRC are brilliant. The way they've innovated in there, when they've looked at it and they've said, right, how can we make it better? The reception is amazing for me. No, it's because I'm parked further down the driveway. I was going to hold off at the top, but then I had 4 cars behind me, and I thought if I stop and let them go past, I'm going to be off the end of the driveway and probably not safe to do it. So I'm just hoping that it improves. If it doesn't, let me know and we'll just cancel the stream. M10, Tony, M10, Flyfish M10 Nano. I can send you an affiliate link if you want. If you don't mind using my affiliate links, I can send you an affiliate link after this is done, and it'll take you directly reverse back up. The problem is, only drones, I've got a car right be a bad thing. Do you know, it wouldn't surprise me if that Tesla in front of me is emitting mad radio waves, because every time I park behind that Tesla, I say it's because I'm parked further down the driveway, but whenever I'm further down the driveway, I'm always behind that Tesla, and I'm wondering actually if it's not the driveway that's the problem, but it's actually the Tesla. Oh, we have some good news as well. I really do. Like I say, it helps us get stuff off manufacturers, which helps us drive the channel forward, and it helps us bring you new stuff as well and give you our honest opinion on it, because whether you've been around long enough, I don't know. Can you drop the video quality? 320 is fine for this. Can you not drop it your end? I don't think I can drop it my end. No, I don't think I can actually. Oh yeah, it's not your end, is it? What the fuck am I talking about? No is the answer. Maybe you can before you go live. Only Dress says, we are blessed. Not again. Not again. Yeah, Tony, I appreciate that. I have dropped, but it's not helping. No, it's going to be my end, isn't it? Olab, welcome. I hope you're well. How's it going? I don't know. Is it still really bad? Is the reception still really, really bad? I can't move an inch behind me because there's a car right up my jacksie. No, the good news, but oh, okay. No. Better. Okay, well, let's... What if I just move... There you go. That should fix everything now, because I've moved it a millimeter. Yes, good news. As you all know, I got a speeding ticket for doing 35 in a 30, and my sister gave me like pure levels of abuse for it. Bought the Pavo 20 Pro 3 days ago. Haha. Sorry to hear that. Also, I've got some good news for you guys. If you not for you, I'm afraid. The bad news just keeps piling up for you, I'm afraid. But if you want to buy anything from Beta FPV, I can get you a 20% discount, as far as I'm aware, available site-wide. So you've missed out on this drone, and you've also missed out on a 20% discount. So I'm afraid the bad news does just keep piling up for you. However, the good news, the good news is my sister got done driving 39 miles an hour. Makes infinitely me the far superior human being, and one who can take the moral high ground now, because I was only 0.2 miles an hour over the reportable offence. She was nearly 10 miles an hour over it. So yeah, happy days. Door speed, it's bad, but we can joke about it. I'm wondering if that's worked now. Yo, JJ, how's it going, buddy? I hope you're well. I saw you. I did reply to it. So the install, there is basically a slot for the GPRC. As of now, they haven't actually got an option to GPS install pre-installed, which I do keep pushing everybody for. Big differences with the Pavo. So what I would say is it's faster, first of all. Top speed, I recorded this at 68 miles per hour and the Pavo at 51 miles per hour, but it's a lot more agile as well, and it actually works. Yeah, the video's just dropped 1:15, so it's like the most recent full video on the channel. But yeah, the biggest difference I would say is how agile. So like, you're not really going to use anything that's better than Beta FPV, says Only Drones. Poor Only Drones has had probably the world with some drones. The only one that he's not had bad luck with is the one that I'm staggering, really, when you consider that I'm a bit of a Neanderthal. I've also put a short out today. I've just built a toothpick, an 04 Pro, 150 grams and 3S, like, and that's with battery. Madness. So we'll get that flying hopefully tomorrow, all being well. But I ran out of time with everything that happened with the incident today. That 5-inch is a beast, though. Yeah, to be fair, do you know what? To be fair, because it wasn't my own, I actually took my time building it. Although I do try not to now when I'm filming like build guides. So this toothpick, by the way, is going to have not only tanking trees like it's nothing, yeah, this toothpick is going to have, it's going to have a build guide, a setup guide, and then a review. So like you could either, I'm not going to put them together, I'm going to separate them out so you can just dip in and pick up whichever you want from wherever you want. It should be nice and easy that way. Yeah, all good, mate. Had surgery a couple of weeks ago, so been out of action. Back to work on Monday, though. Hope it was nothing too serious. JJ. Jean players, yo. You fly? Yeah, I fly lots. There's a review I've just released. It's like a 45-minute video. It was originally an hour, and I cut it down to 45 minutes. I've got loads and loads of flight footage to drop as well. Is Walksnail Avatar dead? It's not dead, it's just not. That's the problem. If you got an Avatar Moonlight, it's 3. But like then you've got to deal with CADX, and you might as well just get an 03. So, and I know that's a bit difficult if you're an American. I know that's a little bit difficult nowadays in so I am actually building an Oasis Fly 30 currently, and adding Walksnail to that, and then I'm going to build probably, I might even build the same, I might build another Oasis Fly 30 and stick a HD0 in it, because then that way we can have like proper comparisons and stuff. So Walksnail Avatar is not dead, however it was just not very good to begin with. And then CADX have released the new system, and it's not compatible with the Walksnail Avatar, the Protoss. So the biggest problem I have, and I was going to question of it, so there are some things that I won't feature on the channel because they're that bad. Sometimes it's good not to give any publicity to. And the problem with the Protoss kit is you can't use it on CADX's Avatar goggles, either the L or the X. You can't use the Avatar receiver. There's no backwards or forwards compatibility with it at all. Quality of it's not very good at all. Yeah, and the other issue is CADX promised 6 months they would release, after they release the Goggles X, they would be releasing the Walksnail Avatars version 2, and they made all these mad promises about it's going to be able to do this, and it's going to be able to do that, and it's going to be able to do the other. And I think we're about 18 months down the line now. Maybe not quite that much, but there's a little bit of faith. So I will, like I say, I am going to have some CADX stuff on, and we are going to do a little bit of work with some of the stuff that we've got, because to be fair, CADX did send me a set of the Goggles X, and the Goggles X are really good, but then the system just, it didn't make the improvements that CADX said they was going to make. And then the other problem with CADX is when they was making the DJI Air Unit Lite, so the CADX Vista, CADX made a very bold promise to say, look, we will enable MSP mode on the CADX Air Unit, the whatever I just called it, I can't remember. How long does the battery last on that? Depends which battery you use, but a good sort of 4 or 5 minutes is quite easily achievable. Probably even push it to a little bit longer. Yeah, so the CADX Vista, sorry. They promised that you could have MSP on it, so basically a custom OSD. Release it now. By the way, it's called CADX Avatar. So that's how CADX Avatar, or Walksnail Avatar, was actually born. They got everyone's hype up for MSP, but then we've got WTFOS now. Official thing. CADX promised an official thing. So the problem with CADX is, yeah, it's just one of those things. Not bad. Thanks for answering. Always answer your questions, Opal Guy, always. But yeah, for a 2.2 inch 3S, you can probably, if you stuck something a little bit heavier on and you wasn't doing any tricks whatsoever, you can probably get cinematic out of it 8-9 minutes with a larger battery. It is crazy efficient if you're not flying it fast, but it's designed to be slung around. Morty FPV, welcome. How's it going, buddy? I hope you're very, very well on this fine morning over there. It will be, won't it? It is afternoon here, and yeah, we're having fun because this is the battery I recommend, by the way. Dogcom56 LIHV. Really, that battery gives and gives and gives and gives, and I've abused it so much as well, like down to 3.1 volts. GEPRC did send it with a 720. That's more suited to longer flight times, slower flight times, chilling. Guideline says the biggest problem I have is getting someone to spot for me. That is, I'm afraid, the biggest problem a lot of FPVers have. Now, I'm lucky because I've got a few people. Obviously, I've got Boy Wonder, and I've got Only Drones, and I've got a couple of people that'll more than happily spot for me and come and chill for a bit. But I get it. I genuinely do. Morty says, I'm doing very well, sir. Excellent. Glad to hear it. And actually, do you know what? Like, again, the problem is the rules made for the lowest common denominator, aren't they? So, like, there's a you think, actually, I don't need a spotter here. But then you could also be in exactly the same situation where you think, I don't need a spotter here. However, I know a guy that's going to turn up with a 5-inch in exactly the same spot, and he'll definitely need a spotter. So that's ultimately what the rules are for the denominator. So, you know, we can sort of put ourselves forward and say, we don't need that. But unfortunately, it's generally aimed at other people. Seeker 35 XL has landed stateside, awaiting arrival. I repeat, new drone date is coming soon. Bro, you are going to love that Seeker 35. It is amazing. I can't put the thing down. I've got, as you all know, and this is not a flex, so please don't take it that way, I've got a lot of drones. You know, a very lot of drones. And I love the Seeker 35 so much. It almost, I flew it back to back with the Seeker 5, and I need to make that video because I think you might be surprised at what I'm about to say. So we'll save it for Drone Wars. Need to start a club group. Yeah, definitely. It's just a shame, Guideline, you're not local to me, buddy, because then we could just spot for each other. And that there London, mate, and that there London. Big smoke. Surprised actually you can fly anywhere in London, to be fair. Tim says, only because I don't have your addresses yet. Yeah, yes. Then Tim will be knocking on my door every morning. I'm here to spot for you. I'm like, Tim, let me get on. Calm down, lad. Oh, we have fun. We do. Right. Sunny South London. South London. It's not even London, it's South London. That's how much of a southerner Guideline is. He's from South London. Let's go. I'll do a much dodgier version of a comparison too. Send me the link for the smoke stopper as well. Not a problem, Tony, my brother. Right, Tim, thank you so much for your help today. Appreciate it. I needed to jump on this stream and just vent a little bit. It was been really frustrating. How far from Putney and Wimbledon? I met a bird once that lived right next to Selhurst Park, in one of the terraces next to Selhurst Park, and we spent a summer together back in the 90s, and it was great fun. And her house is worth millions now, millions. Not a problem. Please remember to hit that like. Lionel, hello. I'm afraid I am going Clapham. Oh, nice, very nice. Clapham Common, is that Clapham Common? There's probably a joke in there somewhere that I'm not going to make today, but maybe another day. But yeah, like I say, I spent a summer with a lovely young lady, courting, shall we say. Well, we did something anyway back in the 90s, and it was great to be so close to Selhurst Park. As a massive football fan, it was amazing. It was like you're in the middle of London. You're next to, actually it was her friend from Brixton, but we don't talk about that because I think them I haven't spoken to those two ladies since. Anyway, let's move on swiftly before I incriminate myself any further. Listen, you've all been so amazing. I really needed to jump on and vent after the day that we've had. So thank you so much for listening to my rambles and randomness. Tony, I will shoot you some links in a minute, buddy. And as for everybody else, 90s were the best decade ever. JJ, we had so much fun, mate. I can't, like, the stories, and I'm pretty sure it ages me, but the stories that we've got from the 90s, mate, people wouldn't even believe. Incredible. Right, I'm going because I'm going to incriminate myself. And yeah, listen, thank you all so much. I might put out an updated version of last night's video tonight if I get a chance later, but I've got a fair bit to catch up with because we've got a review out tomorrow as well. So old school raver. I'm definitely old. Yeah, I'm definitely. I was born in the 80s. Well, I was the end of the 70s actually. Yeah, we've got some stories, but the 90s are fucking wild. Absolutely wild. I'm still getting over half of the diseases. Right, I'm going. Peace. Thank you so much. Bye.